I want to start trying to pick up some work for it, and I figured I could put a sign out by the road. And I'm getting a lot of tailings and stuff like that from the logs that I'm cutting, and I've been burning that. So I'm going to put a pile of that out by the road with a free sign on it, hoping that maybe somebody can use it. If somebody can use it in that area up there, there's quite a few people use the outdoor boilers. Maybe they can use it, and that would be great. Then I don't have to just waste it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set 2 4x4s in the ground. I'm going to use treated lumber just because I don't want them to rot off. Then I'm going to make a slot in the top of each one. And I'm going to take this old 2-man saw and I'm going to stick that in the slot so that it sits there like this. And then with wire underneath, I'm going to take this piece of wood that I have and I'm going to hang that underneath, because I don't think I can get everything I need for the words on this saw and have it still be big enough to even read. So I'll put some of it on this, and then I'll hang this just a little ways underneath it, maybe like this, and finish the lettering. But what I got to do for preparation is I got to remove the mildew and stuff on this board, because I don't want to put a finish over top of that. And I got to sand down and kill the rust on this, and then I think I'm going to paint this black, and I'll put white lettering on it, and then I'll put a clear finish on this, and I'll put black letters on it for the words. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is sand this thing down and maybe get it primed with some rust primer, and I'm going to remove the mildew on this. What I'm going to do is to remove the mildew, I'm going to use Jomax, which you mix this with bleach and water, and that kills any mildew that's on there. Some of that may be stains, and it may not actually be a mildew, and the bleach will help bleach some of that out, but I want to know that it's not mildew. So even if it's a little bit dark, that bark's going to come off anyways. That should kill any of the mildew that's on it. But what I may do is take some pure bleach and try to bleach that black out of it a little bit. I will try to lighten it up a little bit just by using pure bleach. I'll give it a few minutes to dry a little bit, and then I'll put some bleach on it. And it won't take all of it, but it'll lighten up. Product called Rust Destroyer. I'm going to spray this on. This is about an hour later. As you can see, the bleach has really bleached that out quite a bit, and I'll probably continue bleaching it. I just put another coat on. But even if it doesn't get any better than that, I'm fine with that right there. If you can see this handle, it's in pretty bad shape. So I might have to put a piece of wood on a lathe and make some new handles for this. Nothing fancy, just something that's not going to rot away on me. Like this is starting to rot. So I think I might put a couple pieces of wood on the lathe and make a couple of handles. Well, as you can see, it's lightened it up quite a bit. I'm fine with that. Now I can go ahead and coat it with some urethane exterior. At the same time, I'm going to use a rattle can, and I'm going to paint this thing black, the blade. probably going to put 3 coats on this. I'm not going to go through the sanding process in between that you normally would because it's rough sawn and I want it to be rough. I'm just really trying to protect the wood. It's very interesting how they held the handle onto the blade. What they did is they took the handle and they drilled a hole for this up in the handle. Then they drilled a hole sideways into it and put this piece in, which is threaded. And then as they put this over the blade, they threaded it down through there, and then as you tighten the handle, as you turn the handle, it tightened it up. Very interesting. I never knew that. So that's kind of cool. So I got this one apart and I got it working good. So I should be able to put it back the same way they had it. Very interesting. I have a bird's nest in a tree right above me. Baby birds in there. Hopefully my hole's deep enough. Okay, so we got the handles on. So I still got to put a couple more coats on this. It's not quite ready, and I'll put some on them too. And then we'd be ready to make the sign. It needs another coat on everything, but that's what it's basically going to look like. And then that board will have more info on it too. This stuff is called post set. It doesn't have to be mixed. You can just dump it in there and pour water on it and it'll harden. But what I like to do is I put it in there and I set the post and I don't put water on it. And after a few days, the groundwater, or if it rains, will set it up. In the meantime, it gives me some time to move the post around if I have to adjust it a little bit.